hey, hi! How you guys doing? I didn't even see you break into my house. There's nothing I love more than a holly jolly burglar. Listen, in case you're new here, it's become a bit of a trend at this channel to give you guys holiday house tours. Well, my entire homestead is decked out like nobody's business with Christmas decor, so I thought, you know what? Since you already burglarized my house and invited yourself in, digitally, but still, it's an invasion of privacy. I should probably give you a tour though. I don't mind. It'll be a lot of fun. So grab some cocoa, preferably in some sort of an elaborately Christmassy mug like this right here, and get snuggled up, because we're gonna do a little bit of a Joshy Christmas house tour right now. Here we go. So let's begin our comfy Christmas tour right here in my living room. As you can see, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. On my couch, I've got some Christmassy pillows and a little Santa plushie. And above that, speaking of Santa, I've got this huge painting of old Saint Nick himself, surrounded by a bunch of snowflakes. And then just across the room from the couch, there is like a Christmas party going on. I got a bunch of colorful lights, some stockings, little mini Christmas trees, but most of all, I have these really neat vintage looking Santa and snowmen steel standees. Like I said, they look very 1950s Christmas, and I love them. Over on my railing, I've got some frosty things, like this snowflake bag that's made out of tin. You can put a candle in it, looks nice and calming. And then I've got my little penguin bro here, who kind of watches over things, and a bunch of old gift bags on the hooks here. On my coffee table, I have this kind of unique snowman candy dish with 3 little compartments, and I have put that old-fashioned Christmas candy that sticks together in it. It's a weird candy, but I kind of love it. So that is my comfy Christmassy living room. Grab your mittens, because we're moving on into the kitchen, and my table is filled with polar bears. I've put together this really nice, calming little polar bear scene. All of this stuff is totally new. I've got the igloo, I've got the snowflake lights, I've got giant pine cones that are frosted with snow. I kind of really love my kitchen table here. Even the candle is peppermint polar bear scented. Just to the side of my kitchen table, I have a shelf that has been completely decked out with Christmas cheer. On the very top of it, I got this shiny star and a lot of gift boxes that look like little houses. Oh, and I've got to mention my 3-in-1 totem pole of Nutcracker soldiers. Got some more soldiers here and some cool Christmas books. Over here, I've just got a few little items, but specifically, I love this pine cone that is actually a snow globe with a little cardinal bird in it. My collection of reindeer things. And I've also got this plushy campfire, which is kind of odd and amazing. And like I had just mentioned earlier, these here are fake Christmas books that you can store stuff inside. They've got really great artwork. I have 3 sizes, and this one is the biggest one I have. Oh, so this is a really neat pickup that I got this year from Big Lots. It is a kind of a snow globe in a way, but it actually blows the little particles of snow and lights up and plays music. I've got a big stack of fake Christmas boxes here with a lot of fun designs on them. Above my kitchen cabinets, I have some lights and snowy garland, which really add some atmosphere to the room. Oh, and above my refrigerator, I've got all these cute little Christmassy winter birds. Never let it be said that I don't do much, because as you can see from my to-do list, I'm a busy guy. Over on my stove, I have a Christmas tree cookie jar, which has, of course, Christmas cookies inside of it. And then I've got, check this out, I have a plate full of mints, and it's actually a Santa plate. His face is under here somewhere. This is my newest cocoa mug, and it might be my favorite. It's a Nutcracker. It's kind of unique. I've never really seen one like this before. And in this elf mug, I have some cocoa stirrers. Yeah, that's fancy. My salt and pepper shakers are reindeer, of course. Over on the side here, we got some snowman fun going on. This neat little ceramic candle holder, and a snow couple snow globe. Oh, look at that happy snow couple. Speaking of happiness in the snow, check out this little scene I put together. These are actually little critter ornaments, but I decided to kind of put a nice little snowy scene here together. And as if those cocoa stirrers that are in the shape of snowflakes were not enough, these are actually chocolate and peppermint cocoa stirrers. Now you might be thinking to yourself, geez, this guy's got a lot of sticks to stir cocoa with, but where is the cocoa? There's no cocoa. Oh, believe me, I've got cocoa. I've got mint flavor, French vanilla flavored, hazelnut, butterscotch flavor, which might be my favorite, raspberry, which I haven't even tried yet, cinnamon, pretty good, Arctic white, which is like a white chocolate, it's really, really delicious, and finally, caramel. Over in the corner next to the sink, I've got a lot of candy. For example, of course, we've got some candy canes. I've also got some cinnamon bears inside of this penguin. Inside of Santa Claus, there's a bunch of that kind of traditional Christmas candy. And then inside of the dog, I don't have anything in here. I just like the way he looks on the counter. The door that leads out to my back porch has a bunch of snowflakes on the window, which I think looks kind of nice and frosty. And hey, by the way, I've even decorated my water cooler. Just across the way, there are a couple items of interest. For example, this Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer wreath. And then just above that is a light-up snowflake disc made out of wood. In front of my bathroom door, I have some rather large snowman decorations. I mean, look at this snowman here. He's like 4 feet tall. It's pretty cool. Now inside of my bathroom, I have a whole bunch of stuff going on here on my shelving space. On my small shelf, I have this cute little snow reindeer diorama thing, and I have a light-up snowball. And then on the top shelf here, we have some items of interest, I think. There's some pretty cool stuff here. Like, for example, this is one of my favorite new items, this little bear thing. He's not a plush because he's made out of like a hard material, but I love this guy. Look at him in his little scarf. He's got a little hat. Here's a really unique log that you put a candle inside. It's hollow. This is another new item that I got, and I love it. It is a kind of a bowling pin-shaped wooden Santa. I'm not the biggest fan of Pokemon, but I did buy these little snow Pokemon plushies about 3 years ago or so. Here's just a couple gift boxes. I sometimes like to decorate with them. Some more of these cute little snowbirds, but these are actually bigger than the ones in the kitchen. And they have glasses, so they're nerds. And of course, on the tippy top of this shelf, we have Santa Claus himself, and he's skiing. On the main wall of my bathroom, I have these rather large Christmas ornaments that I got from Walmart. I think they're neat. They kind of bring that wall together. Over by my sink, we've got some Christmassy fun happening. For example, I've got a snowflake soap dispenser. There's a candle that smells like peppermint. And over here, check this out. I've got some pine-scented soap. I haven't used it yet, but I'm assuming it's amazing. Oh, and on my mirror, I put these little Santa and reindeer decals. On top of the toilet, I have this really neat little wooden display thing that I bought from Target this year. It's like a little 3D forest scene. And this might look kind of basic. It's just a little welcome sign with Santa Claus on it, but if you look closely, you can see that his hair is glistening. Down here, just a little scene with a snowman plush, and he's got his own sled that he can go, I don't know, sleigh riding on. I actually bought that sled just the other night at Target. That brings us to the final room on our Holly Jolly tour, my bedroom. Let's begin by checking out the area around my desk. Now, it's not enough that it looks like Christmas in my house, it needs to smell like Christmas as well. This is a pine candle. Also, I have my own little mini tree with snowflakes in it next to my desk. I bought this weird placemat that looks like an elf's clothing and put it underneath my main computer monitor. Above my computer monitor, I have these neat ornaments. And then over to the side by the window, there's a bunch of neat things. For example, I have a little mini Christmas tree that is flocked with some fake snow. Oh, and check this beast out. This might be the biggest snow globe I have ever seen sold in a store. I also have a Rudolph that plays a saxophone and dances. Speaking of Rudolph, I have some slippers of Rudolph on my bed. My bed is one of the most comfy Christmas beds, I think, in the entire nation. Also, by the way, just next to my bed is my main Christmas tree. Let's do a quick montage of some of my ornaments, shall we? On the floor underneath the window, I have a Santa Claus sack and all of my favorite Christmas movies. Of course, on the television, I have a fake fireplace going, which is very relaxing, and there's a lot of stuff underneath here that's kind of neat. I have a lot of Christmas snow globes, but I like for them to kind of all be different, and I think this one is different because it has a tree bark base to it. Here is just a little Ferris wheel thing that lights up and plays music that I bought from Walmart. It was only like 10 bucks. This little retro TV is by far one of my favorite new Christmas items. As you can see, there's a cute little snowy scene inside of it, and it lights up, plays music, and you can adjust the music volume with the knob. Naturally, I have to count down the days until Santa Claus comes, so this handy little calendar does just that for me. A good friend of mine once sent me this Super Mario gift bag and packaging, but I didn't want to use it, so I've kept it. That is going to conclude this Christmas house tour. Hope you've had fun. As you can see, I'm pretty much constantly soaked in Christmas joy.